I'm sad now.
All right, I think we have everything in order on our broadcast side. And we have a quorum, so we can go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and, if the council is ready, believe you are. Then I'm gonna go ahead and call to order the regular meeting of the Tallulah Falls Town Council for June 11th, 2026. And we'll start with a moment of silence. Amen. Need a motion to approve the consent agenda. Scott makes the motion. Oh, I'm sorry, approve. Need the motion to approve the agenda as presented. Scott makes the motion, Craig seconds, all in favor, unanimous. Now I need the motion to approve the consent agenda. Scott makes the motion. Jimmy seconds, all in favor, it's unanimous. Do we have an attorney report? Okay, we have no old business, so let's move on to our new business. Tanya has asked us to approve two new hires, David Perkins from the Habersham Sheriff's Office and Riley Owens from the Raven County Sheriff's Office. I believe I know Riley, and he's a pretty good guy. He's pretty straightforward and upstanding guy. I don't know if I know David or not. I'll probably run across him at some point. So y'all have any questions?
This is part-time position
These would be
versus
part-time.
our full-time position we have
Correct, yeah.
set up currently in the budget.
Yeah, I think we still have part-time. Well, we still have part-time for this year, and I think we.
No, this goes against the full-time position in the budget, right?
No, there's part-time.
Oh, this isn't, so we don't even want to replace the full-time position.
Not yet.
Okay, so it's just going against part-time, so it's okay, guys.
All right. So Scott's gonna make the motion to approve the new hires. Jimmy seconds, all in favor, unanimous. All right, we've already been through our budget several times. Are there any more discussion and any other thoughts on the budget at this point? Okay, then let's get a motion to approve the budget as we adopt it, as we did what we had to do to it.
Presented.
As presented.
Yeah.
Scott makes the motion. Jimmy seconds, all in favor, unanimous. There's a spider web floating through the wire, the light, and it looked weird. All right, we've, last. I can't remember if it was last meeting or if it was the budget workshop. At some point, we were talking about. Surplusing the two of the police vehicles. And Tanya brought that to us. I don't think we need any additional information on that, do we?
Not really, it's gotta go to auction, right? It
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
state law requires us to see the auction or sealed bid.
We just need to release that we're gonna allow it to go to auction, right?
Right, and we have to declare it surplus.
The surplus.
Yeah.
All right.
Any parameters, it's a two-step process, clear it surplus, sell it, there's
Okay.
parameters on
We
the.
have to vote again then?
No, I mean,
We make one motion to make
yes,
declaration and then do the sale.
Right.
Let's make one motion. Declaration of surplus, then the sale.
Okay, Craig makes the motion.
Okay.
Jimmy seconds and all in favor. There we are. We're gonna
Just so we don't.
pass this around a little bit. D is a resolution adopting a property and capital asset policy. I need Linda to speak to that because that's coming from Jolie, our attorney.
Yeah, if you remember when Jolie presented the last year's audit, she asked us to look at that and to raise those numbers. Cause we were capitalizing at $500. Just,
What will this capitalize
so
on?
it depends on what it is, but there's like vehicles or 5 to 7 years, so it breaks it down
So
by.
it'll fluctuate
Mhm.
accordingly versus the fixed number. So,
Yeah, so depending on what class it falls into, then it'll be depreciated over that time. But anything under, that capitalization went from 500 to 5,000 for equipment and vehicles and 20,000 for infrastructure. So anything under that will just be straight expense, won't be depreciated over time.
so what is the, well, whatever we're doing,
To
Adopting
authorize,
this new policy.
just to do
to adopt this resolution.
the.
So I need a motion to adopt the resolution of the town of Twila Falls, Georgia, adopting a property and capital asset policy, defining a capital asset, providing for their accounting and for other purposes. Scott makes the motion. Craig seconds, all in favor, unanimous. All right, I bel- oh. Okay.
It just came into.
Okay, going through these and we'll do that. All right, so planning and zoning appointments. Both of the seats that are up for reappointment wanted to continue. And so I just say, let's let them. So need a motion to reappoint
Ally
Hello.
Audette, David.
Yeah,
Aliata and David Parker. Scott makes the motion, Craig seconds, all in favor, unanimous. DDA appointments, we have 2 seats that were up for reappointment. I believe that Bill Turk is gonna remain on.
Yes,
Christie wanted off if she could, and I think they have someone
I wanted
willing to
to,
step
yes,
in.
this is Mandy
Okay.
Swanson. She, lives on the, as you're heading up Hickory Nut Mountain, her house is the first one on the left. And I had the idea on Monday night, maybe Mandy would be interested. Christy had said that she'd be willing to stay if we found someone maybe who would do it later on, but Mandy has agreed to your next board meeting.
thank you.
Mandy Swanson.
Great, well, we appreciate it. You
And
really
she's
do.
quick with enthusiasm. I didn't have to bribe her or twist her, yeah.
I drop her free ice cream.
I know.
Maybe, Mandy, she's an English man.
Yeah, you should have been planning.
And she- she-
I had to be paid ice cream for
All right, so then I need a motion to reappoint Bill and appoint Mandy as replacement. Scott makes the motion just because I'm looking that way. Jimmy seconds, all in favor, unanimous. All right, now I need to,
Thank you, Mandy. I appreciate the volunteer.
I need a, okay, we got a, our new school zone cameras. The company wanted to amend our agreement. And this came in today.
That's the.
So first,
Warranty. I've glanced at it.
yeah, so what I need first is to amend our agenda.
Yeah, I'm making a motion to amend the agenda to add in the amendment for service agreement.
All right, Craig makes that motion, Scott seconds, all in favor, unanimous. All right, the recommendation from our attorney is that from his quick scan, there doesn't seem to be too much issue with it, but he wants to review it. So we can adopt it pending
His review.
his review and approval.
Alright, so
So
make a motion pending the lawyer's review and that you're allowed to sign it.
go ahead and sign it, correct?
I'll second it.
All right, Scott seconds it, all in favor, unanimous. All right, now I need to ask for a motion
Oh, no.
You didn't see that.
I didn't.
To go into executive session for, pretty much all the reasons, that we're allowed to go into executive session for land acquisition or property acquisition, personnel, litigation, and, discuss those topics allowed by state law, so. Need a motion to go into executive session. Scott makes a motion, Craig seconds, all in favor, unanimous? All right, we need to ask you guys to vacate the room, don't leave anything behind. And we will come out.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Sorry. Bring you by. Oh,
It's hot out here, you guys.
I'm sorry. We have a shade tree out there.
Was it?
Post office is air conditioned.
Yeah, you guys, we said. Good tell them, yeah.
Once.
So, real. I would you find the right one to check them. Wait for Craig. Some of the one. Don't forget, financial disclosures are due by the end of this month. The 10. I think you've already done your.
Already done.
I better report that $100 a month, Barney.
Books.
All those campaign contributions.
It's hard to see where all that money goes.
Didn't have a UFC fight on your front lawn, did you?
What's that?
All right, got a quorum, so we need to have a motion to come back into regular session. Scott makes a motion. Jimmy seconds, all in favor, unanimous. I would like to have a motion to table the next item on the agenda, the personnel policy discussions. Scott makes that motion. Jimmy seconds, all in favor, it's unanimous. Mayor's not gonna make any comments tonight at all, period. So we'll open the floor to public comments. And you must. Sorry. Let me pull this out. Stand and give your name and address in an audible tone of voice for the record. And then direct comments to the council as a body rather than to any particular member. And you're limited to 5 minutes unless additional time is granted by council. This is Town Ordinance Section 2-62 for anyone who will be done. Mary Beth.
Mary Beth Hughes. Just wondering where the.
Where do you live, Mary?
Oh,
You live in town?
I live in town, I'm down at the bottom of, and that other end of River Street.
River Street.
And just the DDA at our meeting this week, it was brought up about the sign. The two signs on both ends of the town, and where are we at with that, and can we get that back in motion?
Thank you.
I know you forgot, Craig, so.
Always do.
Okay, I told you earlier.
There with DOT.
There, okay,
Oh, right away situations. Okay.
so does the DOT have to, approve the plans? Has that happened yet? Okay,
They have them.
all
They're
right,
good
and now we can let everybody know,
Thanks.
yes.
Hi, my name is Shane, and under the petition provided from the Kirk Amendment, I'm not gonna give my address. I believe your city attorney agreed that that's not necessary. I'm here to talk a little bit about corruption and things that everybody knows what's going on in the city. And I have damning evidence that wasn't used in the audit, evidence that wasn't found in the audit, and also evidence in the audit that was incorrect. GPS locations. I spoke with the sheriff yesterday and asked her if she'd ever been to Otter, North Carolina. She says no, but then today she says she goes there for her oranges. Well, I have it on good authority from two city workers that after court one day, she left in her vehicle, went to Otter, North Carolina. And if where sports betting is legal on apps and things like that, at that time, there's been a law passed where it's legal in Georgia now too, but I was just unaware of that until now. One question, and I'm not gonna expect the answer, but the city council needs to look in to see if the GPS is still installed on the chief's vehicle. And really what brought this to fruition is if we go to the Whitewater event, I'm specifically gonna go to November 15th. Officer Canuck, is actually the one that secured the event. And the chief's patrol vehicle ignition never turned on that day. She also paid Canuck and Brown out of city pay money, even though that was a Georgia Power event. Georgia Power owns that. It wasn't a town event. They were working security for TNT. She turned in an invoice claiming their TNT hours, getting paid for their TNT hours. And Mr. Mayor, I know that you are privy to this.
You're not supposed to direct.
I apologize, but I know that many of you are privy to this. I spoke with the head of TNT. TNT will never use her again. She was a independent contractor, so she wasn't fired, but they will never use her again because of the double dipping. Not only was she working for TNT, but she was getting paid by the city at the same exact time. If you turn the sideways, it makes it better. She was getting paid by the city while working for TNT, and this can all be proof. And any member of the council, any citizen that wants things that you can't even get through open records requests, I'll send to you, 100%, no questions asked. And the last thing, I'm not gonna go through all this, but the last thing, I have 3 questions and nobody's gonna answer them, but my first question would be, was Officer Sullivan a good officer? My second question would be, would he be eligible for rehire by the council? My third question would be, would he be eligible for rehire by the chief of police if she remains? And were his complaints made valid and made in good faith? They were. I don't know him personally. This is a third party situation I'm getting involved in. And I believe that if he hadn't done any wrongdoing, I believe if he wanted a position, he wanted to get her out so he could take it, he wouldn't have resigned. And I've read his resignation letter to the head of his body, and it was let known. Also, terroristic threats that were made, that were also sent to somebody in this room right now. She made terrorist threats in front of 3 witnesses. I could quote them, but let me paraphrase them. When I find out who started this investigation, I'm gonna shoot them in the face. They're gonna end up at the bottom of the lake or my family's crematorium. There's 3 independent witnesses that will corroborate that. And I know the city attorney would probably argue that it doesn't meet the statute of terrorist threats because it wasn't aimed at a specific individual. But if you go back and read the statute, I think you would see that there's some subsections in there where that applies. Anyway, there's a sign right out here, right at the end of this yard for the post office. And it says, "Stop corruption now." That's what I'm asking this body to do. And the audit was a farce. You don't have an attorney audit or investigate a department. That is done by an outside independent department and agency, because the attorney doesn't know what he's looking at half the time. I'll end with, I hope you guys do the right thing for the city and, the people in the city. Not to mention, one more thing. She left her SUV over here at 426. I have a video of her SUV over there with a duty belt and a weapon inside the holster unattended. So that just goes to show her level of competence. I end with that. Thank you for giving me that extra minute.
All right, anyone else? Other public comment, David?
Well, I don't know, I'm not supposed to direct anything to anybody in particular, but do you guys remember, I cast your mind back, last, David Hart, 963 Hickory Nut
Thank you
Mountain.
very much.
All right. Cast your mind back to last summer when Chris Smiley was in here talking about putting a generator on the tank on Hickory Nut Mountain, because when the town loses power, the water in the tank goes out and we're out of water. Okay, and you guys came up with Plan B. If we were talking about putting a generator there, and then there was a Plan B that you guys were pursuing, and I don't know what Plan B is, but we're a year down the road. And I need to just tell you just a little bit of story, because I am the city council's representative on the Raven County Water and Sewer Authority Board. And a few months ago, and we haven't had public comment for a while, so I haven't been here for a while. A few months ago, during the ice storm, y'all remember the ice storm? Yeah. And it turns out that our Lake Raven plant lost power for 4 days. Never happened before, never happened. Georgia Power couldn't get to them. All the tanks in Raven County went dry. All of them. Now, when this was presented to the board, this thing that happened, you know, we got on the phone with people and we got Georgia Power out there and got the thing straightened out. But the bottom line is that at the next meeting, the board agreed to spend $1 million to put generators and the batteries that the generators need in these facilities so that this would never happen again. And they did that because they consider it to be a matter of public safety. So I'm asking myself, you know, I'm on the board, I'm voting that it's public safety. So Warren, you know, do I have exposure for treating this water related matter as a public safety issue?
And realize it's gonna be.
Well, I thought that was a backdoor into the whole thing, you know. I just wanted to point out the dichotomy between how this board treats the water going out on Hickory Nut Mountain and how the board in Raven County is treating their situation. I just thought I'd point that out to you, because it's been a year down the line, and I don't know, Plan B, whatever that is, may be going wonderfully well. And you'll say, David, shut the hell up, because Plan B is coming on board. But I know one thing, and that is that the county is gonna lose power. It's gonna lose power, whether it's a thunderstorm or the next ice storm or whatever it is, it's gonna lose power, and then the tank's gonna go without water, and people are gonna be without water. And I think that that might be considered an issue of public safety that the board might want to deal with. Thank you for your indulgence. Yeah. And we'll shut the hell up.
Thanks, thank you.
Yeah, sorry, Warren. Anyone else? Or come on, you're going by the hour.
Yeah, no. We have,
So you just charged me for 10 minutes then, okay?
it's double time with Davis.
Okay, any other public comment? We have some people on, we have someone online, if they want to comment. If not. Okay, then I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Scott's making a motion. Oh, wait, hold on.
No comment.
Oh, okay. Scott makes a motion to adjourn. Jimmy seconds, all in favor, it's unanimous. Everybody re-adjourn to 18 or to Blue Adventure for whatever beverage you want. You know,
For hockey, yes.
Right, hockey.
Yeah, they thought. Just, you know,